Okay, I've actually moved to a different picture now because I didn't think the colours were showing very well on that last one. So I've done the same. I've done the sky in the background and then the mountain with some wet in wet, and I'm now going to look at the brighter detail in the foreground. So I'm going to paint the grass, so I'm going to mix myself quite a bright green this time because it's going very much into the foreground of the picture. So you all know the colours that make green, yellow and, that's right, blue. So I'm going to make a very yellowy green so that it's nice and bright. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add extra detail over the top later. So I haven't done a wash onto the page of water this time. I'm just going straight on with my nice bright colours of paint. Just roughening up the edges a bit. Something too smooth doesn't look natural. And now I'm doing fine detail in the gaps so we can see little bits through. And there's bits of grass here. Still moving quite fast but precise. So, there. Now whilst it's still wet, I'm going to add in some darker colour, so I'm going to take some blue and add that to this green just to make it a bit darker, and where the shadows are I'm going to add some green in that's darker. So here and here and all around here. I'll leave that to dry now and I'll go and focus on a different part of the picture. So I'm going to look at the rocks. So to start with, for the rocks, I'm just going to do a pale rocky colour in the background. So I've got my grey that I used on the mountain. It needs to be a bit brighter because it's closer, so I'm going to mix it with a beige. So this makes a slightly greeny colour, that should do. So if I paint around his rucksack, and each of the rocks, I'm trying to keep it wet because again I want to do some wet in wet on it to show the shadows. So I'll go back, get a darker grey, and now add this in as shadow. And while it's still wet, it'll make nice soft edges that don't look too harsh. I'm going to do the stronger colours when this has dried. I'll leave that for now.